What's going on, everybody? Mike McIntyre here, back from All Things Sports, bringing you another brand new video. It's been a long time since I've done a review, but today I've partnered up with Cycplus to bring you a review of a very cool new product. You may just be able to get rid of your mini pump or your CO2 inflator, so let's show you what this new product is all about. Alright guys, so before we begin, you know the drill. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and take care of those three things. Let's get into this brand new video. Alright guys, so as I said, I partnered up with Cycplus. They reached out to me to see if I'd like to review this new product that they have. And as I said in the intro, you may be able to get rid of that CO2 cartridge of yours or that little pesky mini pump that you carry everywhere with you. Now, the CO2 cartridges, they're really good. I've used them a couple times. They work well, they're small, they're convenient, but it's a one-time use. So you do purchase the cartridge, and then you're pretty much, once you use it, it's pretty much useless. So this might be a solution to that one time, that one and done idea where you can actually reuse this product and get multiple inflations out of it depending on what happens to you out on the road. So for example, if you have a flat tire, you get a puncture out on the road as you're riding, you can whip this out, it can fit in your jersey pocket, it can fit into a saddlebag, and you can use this to get you back up and running. So Cycplus has sent me their new mini bicycle tire inflator. They actually make 3 models of this pump. It is a tiny rechargeable electric mini pump that you can use to inflate your tire. They make 3 versions. They make a standard version, which they call the AS2. They have the mid-tier, which is the AS2 Pro, and then they have the top-of-the-line AS2 Pro Max. So I have the mid-tier and the top of the line here. These were sent out to me, and if you guys are interested, there will be a coupon code that you can use to get 5% off of your order on these products right here. So I'll leave that down below in the description. I'll also show a link up on screen here down below where you can see the coupon code if you're interested in purchasing these for yourself. So this is a mini pump. So I've already opened the AS2 Pro, and it basically looks like this. It is a small little device with branding on the side there. You can see it's a USB-C rechargeable battery, and it's got a tiny screen on it. It's got a couple of buttons for controls. You can use, here's the valve on the bottom. You can use this with Schrader valves or Presto valves. You just need to decide which piece you want to put on the inside, and I'll show you everything that it comes with. You screw this in, and it'll inflate the tire. The biggest difference between the AS2 Pro and the AS2 Pro Max is capacity, battery capacity, and obviously how many inflations you're going to get. So the AS2 Pro is rated for 2 tire inflations up to 110 psi of a 25 or 28C tire. So any standard road tire, you should be able to get 2 full inflations up to 110 psi. If you're running lower pressures, if you're running tubeless or something like that, you might be able to get 3 tire inflations if you're running lower pressures because it's rated for 2 full inflations at 110 psi. The AS2 Pro Max right here, which I'll open in a second, this one's rated for 4 full tire inflations at 120 psi, and it's supposed to do it in an even faster time. So I think you're looking at like 2 minutes for a tire inflation or something like that for the AS2 Pro, and for the AS2 Pro Max, it's supposed to do 120 psi inflation in like 75 seconds or something like that. So this one is obviously going to be a little bit larger. We're going to unbox it. It is a little bit heavier. This one's rated at 120 grams. This one, the AS2 Pro Max, is rated at 200 or 210 grams or something like that. So you will get more power out of this, but the trade-off is it's obviously a little bit heavier and a little bit larger. So depending on your carrying capacity, if you throw this in your rear pocket or if you throw it inside a saddlebag, it might affect the size. So I'll show you the size in a second, but first I want to unbox it. So again, obviously you're going to get an instruction booklet. You have a little Ziploc bag here. They give you this in case you carry this inside like your back pocket or even inside your saddlebag. The idea is this will keep it waterproof and just help keep the components dry and some of the different components all together, because like I said, you can use it for a Schrader valve or a Presto valve. So there are 2 different inserts depending on which valve system you use. So they give you a little carrying pouch here that will help keep all of those little accessories together. Inside here we have the AS2 Pro Max. I'll show you the size. It comes with a silicone cover, and that's again to prevent any kind of heat buildup and just help keep the components dry so that you can use the sleeve as a protective cover in case you drop it, but also in case it gets a little hot as you use it. This is your little bag here, Ziploc bag, that has a few different accessories in it. So inside the bag you have, they give you a little inflation tube. If you're using TPU tubes, they recommend you use this little I guess it's like an extension tube, I suppose. They recommend that you use this to help with TPU tubes. So you can screw this in, and again, you have different inserts on the end, Presta valve or Schrader valve, so you have a little extension tube here. You have a USB-C charging cable, and then of course you have, if you want to use this for like a soccer ball or a basketball, they give you a little needle so that you can insert it and inflate a ball of some sort. And then you have the Schrader insert as well as the Presta valve insert with the little pin that you need for the Schrader valve insert. So that's your little baggie of accessories here. And I'm just going to show you quickly the size difference. So as I said, it comes with a little silicone sleeve. So I've taken the AS2 Pro out of its silicone sleeve. You can see this here. I will keep this on it, but I just wanted to show you for size purposes and so you can see what it looks like. Now here's the big difference in size. The AS2 Pro Max, like I said, it's significantly heavier. You can see the AS2 Pro is the one without the cover, and the AS2 Pro Max is the one with the cover. You can see that the thickness of the units are slightly different. The AS2 Pro Max being obviously a little bit larger, a little bit wider, a little bit taller. You can see side to side here the size difference again. So you have a choice here. If you think you want to have that extra protection with backup, or you don't have to carry this in a saddlebag, maybe you have some sort of handlebar bag or a very large saddlebag that's on your bag at all times, maybe you'll just go for the AS2 Pro Max because you have the carrying capacity. Personally, being a road cyclist, I like the size of this AS2 Pro. It's a little bit smaller. I don't imagine that I'm going to need 4 inflations on a single ride. Probably 2 should be enough. Hopefully you don't ever need to use it, but 1 is probably what you'll need, and then maybe 2 if you have a bad day. So personally, the AS2 Pro is an ideal size in my opinion for road cyclists. It's very easy to fit inside a jersey pocket. You can put it inside a small saddlebag. So I do really like the size of the AS2 Pro. I think for a road cyclist, that's probably all you'll need. If you have a gravel bike, for example, maybe a Trek Checkpoint with that new internal storage system, maybe that AS2 Pro Max could fit. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you have a top tube bag, or you have a frame bag or something of that nature, and you just want to have, you know, all of your bases covered. In that case, or a mountain biker, for example, and you have something to carry it with, in that case, I would probably recommend the AS2 Pro Max, just because you don't have to worry about the sheer size of carrying it. Now, don't get me wrong, this thing isn't huge, but between the two, as a road cyclist, I'd probably go for this one. Mountain bike or gravel cyclist, or maybe you're going on a long backpacking journey. In that kind of scenario, I would take this one with me. I really like the silicone sleeves. It definitely helps to keep it, you know, dry, keep it protected if you are to use it. It just fits really nicely. You have the 3 buttons here, the screen, and access to the valve, as well as the charging port here. There is a little sticker on the end here that says it has a high temperature nozzle. So if the tire is not fully flat, they recommend that you actually start the pump ahead of time before you actually attach it to the valve. So that's pretty much it for the unboxing and the review. I've told you about the features about the 2 different ones. We're going to head over to my tire now to demo it so I can actually show you how it works, and then we'll wrap the video up, and that's it for today. Okay, so I do have the AS2 Pro here. I'm going to test out the AS2 Pro model first. I have the silicone sleeve on. Now they are recommending, the reason they give you that small extension tube is if you have a TPU tube, it's supposed to get quite hot. So they're actually saying that you might melt the extension of the valve here. So that is something that I think we need to be very careful of. And it even says that there is a high temperature nozzle here at the end. So you need to be careful with that. So it is USB-C rechargeable. You can see the port right there. I have fully charged it. We're going to turn the unit on. So just press the power button here. It's the first time I'm turning this on. Okay, so you push the button, you get it on, and it has the battery indicator down here, as you can see, 3 full bars, and it has a PSI indicator. So it will tell you what pressure you're setting it at. So I don't want it all the way at 110. I usually run my 28mm road tires at somewhere between 75 and 80 PSI. So I'm going to set it to 75, as you can see there. I will take the air out of my tire. You know what, just because it's the first time and I'm not sure how it's going to work, I'm just going to be safe. We'll lower the pressure. I set it to 70 PSI. So We're going to stick this on. Make sure that it is fully connected to the valve. And then once it's on, you can see it's connected. I don't need to hold it. I will, but I'm just showing you that I have it actually inserted into the pump. I will press the power button. Done. And that's it. So my tire is fully inflated. My finger did just touch the end of that valve. It is really hot, so let it cool down before you tighten the... Yeah, that's hot. So don't touch this for a little while after. You're going to burn your fingers. It is hot, so it will take a second to cool down. If you were stuck on the side of the road and you wanted to just get going quickly, you could probably just take your water bottle and, you know, just squirt a little bit of water on the edge of that valve just to cool it down. That might be something you could do. But that was it. How long did that take? I don't know, even know if it took 30 seconds. It did inflate it really well. You're just going to push and hold the power button for 3 seconds and you can see the display is turned off. So there you have it, guys. There's my review of the brand new Cycplus AS2 Pro and AS2 Pro Max mini tire inflators. In my opinion, these are really cool devices. You're not going to be there stuck on the side of the road with a small mini pump trying to pump it up. You don't have to keep going through CO2 cartridges, which are usually a one-time use and you throw it away. This is a reusable purchase, a reusable product that you can use that will get you out of trouble if you are stuck on the side of the road, and it will inflate the tire quite quickly, as you saw, and I do think it's a really, really good idea to have in your spare bag or in your patch kit or wherever you're carrying your extra items to get you out of trouble. So it's a really, really cool product. Thanks to Cycplus for asking me to do a review. If you're interested in purchasing the product for yourself, be sure to use my coupon code, which I'll link down below or just down here on the bottom of the screen, where you can save 5% on your order. And that's pretty much it for today's review. Mike McIntyre, All Things Sports. I'm signing off for now. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.